Welcome back to the last part of the final world, or the fourth world, I should say, for Croc. In this part, we are going to fight the final boss.
Hey.
Hey.
This level is really weird because you got all these jumping on platforms, and you got this grimace-looking motherfucker just in the middle, smacking down.
He looks like the
Nothing
Cookie
can-
Monster.
Nothing can defeat the
But
Grimace.
Stefan, nothing can kill the Grimace.
I mean, yeah, you can't kill this guy, so that's true.
Oh, so the game's over now.
Is he the final boss?
He should be because you can't kill him.
We need Man McCheese.
Why didn't they just make an entire
Here,
room
save
out
us
of this
all.
guy?
We've said it before, but I fucking love how jazz funk this score is.
It's really nice.
Yeah, the music, like, all throughout the game is just excellent.
You guys definitely got me hooked on music here, because, like, yeah. I really appreciate this game a lot. I like it.
It's, you know, again, as we said before, it's far from my perfect game, but it definitely has its fucking charm.
Yeah, look at this guy.
Oh, he got that booty.
Booty had me like, so Stefan, can you jump onto that platform?
No, you can't. Maybe you might be able to if you tried, but I didn't want to risk it because it looked like every time I went to, and I knew for sure that you wouldn't be able to actually kill him because the whole point of this guy is that he hits it and he changed the pattern.
Just use the long shot. You erased the ghost. You got it.
Just use the homing attack.
You're thinking of the wrong game, Mexi.
That looks like a homing shot.
Oh, you know how one of the other levels, like the other level, had all of the color gems at the very end of the level? This one's reverse, where they have all of the gobos at the end of the level. So it's basically just, this is just non-stop. I mean, this is technically the final real level of the game, so that's why this is just pure platforming. Although platforming on these, like, super small, like, things over death is not one of the game's strong suits, so it's very hard to fuck up.
I like how this is kind of the way the game does its final challenge. Because we started with just like the grass fields and everything was all safe. I was like, yeah, just make it a big pit. And then just make it so you can't always be on the platforms. And then just do that a bunch of times.
One winner later.
Ooh.
So, since this is one of the last parts, have you guys talked about the developers of this game at all? Like how this was
A little
this-
bit.
We've briefly touched upon the fact that at one point in time this was, you know, a test for like a Yoshi game, but we haven't really gone into who the actual developers were. So if you have any of that information, Henry, please let us know.
We did talk about it earlier, where we said because they worked on the Super FX chip and they made Star Fox.
And Star Fox 2.
Yeah. So technically they did have a game come out recently after
Yeah,
being,
they didn't get paid for it at all.
Well, technically they were paid for it at the time. I mean, I
Were
can't,
they,
I
though?
can't, I can't imagine Nintendo didn't pay them at all just because the game didn't come out.
Well, because there are companies that don't pay their developers unless the game gets a certain like score on Metacritic or some shit like that. Like with Fallout New Vegas, Bethesda was gonna pay them a huge bonus if they didn't.
This
If the game had like a 90 on Metacritic and it got an 89 and they didn't get the fucking bonus.
That's
But I-
completely shitty. But at the time Star Fox 2 came out, I don't believe there was a Metacritic. So I don't
Well,
think
you know,
Nintendo
it's
would've done
not
that.
like necessarily Metacritic, but like just certain magazine scores that still mattered
And-
to developers then.
I don't know that.
although Nintendo's never seemed like that. Those kind of people who they would screw over like their own development just because of review scores.
I mean, you can't always with certainty
True.
say how good or bad an employer / company is, because remember, Nintendo is a company, and company's gonna company, okay? But definitely,
Yeah.
game developers should definitely
Obviously.
unionize to, like, because shit like that is fucking awful. Like you put the work in, you make the game. Like the score should not affect whether or not you get paid for your work. Like that's bullshit.
I do think Nintendo is one of the better of those, just because we don't really hear a lot about like bad stuff like that happening.
That might be
other...
because they keep it all under wraps, because a lot
maybe they possibly could have, but I just said like with a lot of other companies, just the fact that we haven't heard a lot.
You know one company that actually made a statement recently that was surprisingly very progressive. Sega. I think it was around the time all the the Red Dead Redemption 2 and all like the crunch time stuff was coming out. I think Sega released a statement where they are banning crunch time from like all their games. So like like their workers will work a set hour, and again I might be mistaken, but I think it was Sega effectively saying like they will not allow. I'm not sure if they were banning crunch time completely, or maybe just making it so like you can't do it more than X amount of days if needed. But for a company like, I'm surprised it's Sega to be one of the first to come out with this incredibly like pro-employer tactic. Sorry, I mean pro-employee tactic. It's like, good for you, Sega. The Sonic games still suck, but good for you.
It's like, damn it! At least Sonic games are being made by good people.
And to be fair, it's like I always feel I think the Sonic games are the only games I can think of theirs that really are known for like quote unquote being rushed. Like most of them that they release seem to like come out and like perfectly fine.
Probably of the year of their like, I guess so.
I'll be honest. I don't ever play any other Sega IPs.
Do they?
I mean, I literally learned about other Sega IPs through All Stars Racing Transformed. Like, I didn't even know some of those even existed.
Wreck-It Ralph's a Sega character? Holy shit.
Danica Patrick.
Most of their IPs don't really exist anymore.
Like Danica Patrick.
You really only have like
and
yeah.
And their biggest franchise right now is Yakuza.
And that's never been in one of those All-Star races.
They need to make another Samba de Amigo
Neither
game.
is
God
Bayonetta.
damn it. Or fuck, a Crazy Taxi with a real soundtrack or something. Anything.
God.
Crazy, not another
Crazy-
fucking Sonic game.
I don't know.
I would kill for another Crazy Taxi game.
Right? Well,
Really?
be careful what you wish for. Like, it's kind of a monkey's paw thing where, because they've made more Crazy Taxis, but they're just, like, the soundtracks aren't really there. So
They're
you
more
kind of,
A-
you gotta
a
be
real
super,
Crazy
you gotta
Taxi
be,
game.
you gotta be real specific with that wish. Because, yeah.
You know, I would welcome more Super Monkey Ball.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, they are making more Super Monkey Ball. They're just arcade games, so
Oh.
yeah. Like that's the thing. Sega's like their big money making thing is arcade machines. So they just need to be like, hey, put these games on consoles. Like there was a new House of the Dead game came out recently, but it was an arcade game. Yeah, and I'm like, I
Give
want
us
to play that
Overkill.
game.
Give us Overkill 2, you bastards. I like
Please.
how Baron Dante, after he did his like Donkey Kong chest bump, he just looks sad.
It's like everyone I know is dead.
Those House of the Dead games, they could just like turn them into Typing of the Dead and put them on PC for next to nothing, and then people
they
would buy
could.
them.
So yeah, they just have Typing of the Dead Overkill, but they could. I don't think they've put the original Typing of the Dead
No, they haven't. They
on
need
Steam,
to.
which they should.
Typing of the Dead. We did that.
Sega.
Yeah. Typing of the Dead.
Has the greatest
Hasn't-
action quote ever. I'm gonna blow your motherfucking balls off.
That's...
I'll tell, yeah, that's Overkill.
Is
Where
that
he
from
goes,
Typing of the Dead?
I'm gonna rip your motherfucking balls off.
Jeez.
Does he
Stefan,
say
you
that?
play such
Oh,
violent
probably.
video games. I'm gonna have to put the content, like the parental controls on your systems.
I watch violent movies.
Demon
and that's
I don't give a shit
basically a
about
movie.
that, whatever, but...
Okay, the final boss time.
Oh my
This is
god.
the final boss?
This is the real final boss.
The
Like,
real one.
there is another one, but no, this is the actual final boss.
Hmm.
It's
the other one?
not a bad fight for what it is.
I mean, this is pretty climactic. I mean, you're finding the big boss. You're not big boxing matching him or having him fly around the broom and you're shooting things at him. Like, you are one-on-one fighting the boss.
In a big empty room with no doors.
I mean, it's...
Stefan, you hit him in the knee. You hit him in the knee and gave him a heart attack. That's not cool.
You hit him
What?
in
You
the
look at
femoral
that.
artery.
Man, a
Oh.
life bar show would be nice.
Well, it's 3 hits and they're dead for all of them. So.
And he dies like
Oh.
everybody else, just spins around.
Hey,
No,
hey, Bowser fucking... Oh, okay.
Bye!
He's got multiple phases.
Oh my god.
Reminds me
They're
of my
all the
grandma
same.
died. She just span around in place and fell over. But then, like 2 other things had to kill her right after.
And then she
Someone-
started charging into a wolf. No good reason.
Someone broke into her house and kicked her in the shin and she died.
Oh.
That's dog.
1 grandma down. 5 to go.
5.
Fine.
Listen.
I'll do it myself.
Someone's gotta kill this grandma.
Croc is fighting this guy because his adopted family was
Oh, there he's
kidnapped,
fighting
so
and
we
he's
don't
shooting
know
stuff.
if he isn't beating the shit out of his own grandma right now.
I love the fact that for you, like, 2 of his grandmas died, and Steven takes it upon himself to finish the rest off. I'll handle this myself. Why is
I mean,
Dante now possessed for? He's floating and puking electric. Someone get a fucking exorcist.
Your mother sucks gobos in hell.
Oh yeah.
Croc, you faithless slime.
And he's dead.
That is so
That's a good level
anticlimactic.
complete screen.
Fucking hell. Kaboof! Just frozen for 2 seconds.
You did
That's
it.
amazing.
You
The
won.
game just crashes.
What more do you want?
No.
Grandma!
I'm dead.
Twirling, always twirling.
Poof.
Yeah, you
Hooray,
committed
murder.
Hey,
What was the story again? What are we trying to do?
kill
Save-
bad man.
Rescue all the gobos.
That's
There's
it.
the
That's-
king.
The king gobbo.
Why the fuck can't you karate chop the fucking other cages? That's some bullshit.
They were locked.
Oh, good point.
That one wasn't locked.
So, Stefan, to actually answer your question, these little fur balls are being kept in cages as perpetual sadness machines. I'm not fucking joking, because they feel extreme emotion, and
Yeah.
the bad guy kept the king of the gobos to inflict the most sadness upon him so that he would be the most sad in front of not Gnasty Gnorc.
And now they're worshipping Croc.
All hail our god. Dance for him.
Sheesh.
Lord of the Swamp.
The swamp.
Oh, so this is all just a prequel to Shrek.
Croc versus Shrek win.
Ooh, tough fight.
He's clapping along with his own theme song. It's so fucking
So,
adorable.
do the number of gobos you save affect the amount of gobos that appear in the ending, or am I getting a little
Just a
ahead
bunch
of
of
myself
gravestones
here?
everywhere.
You only save one. This is one of his statue looking sad.
You can't
Gobo
let the
erecting
statue
a
up
big
so
old
it just
statue.
cries.
You save one gobo so that one lives to live with the survivors guild.
They're like 144 gobos that you rescue in the
David
game.
Stalker. Chris, who are these people? What are they doing? Where are you at?
They all lost their jobs.
No, Croc
They
Team.
did.
Hit us up. We want to know. Where you at? How you living?
We'll give you money.
Exclusive interview with Seth Roth.
We just ask him all the.
This is kind of so. The fact that the credit is over this world, it's kind of a spoiler.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
this is where the quote unquote final boss is, but
Maybe it's supposed to be like
you'll
a
see next
tease.
part.
Oh, there's another part?
Yeah, because
God
you'll
damn
see that there's one more level, there's one more special level we got to do, and then that's gonna unlock the special world.
It's not a spoiler, it's a teaser.
Because
You
I
could
was
be
wondering
here.
where this world was, because I didn't know. Thanks a lot, guys.
You
Ruined
could be here, you
Croc
just
for
don't
me.
know it.
Trumpet,
Oh, they use real instruments for this. That's cool.
voice talent. My main man, Jonathan Aris. Good boy. Good boy.
Gavin
I don't know who
Ashdown.
that is.
Hell yeah.
I assume he does all the Shazams and kaputs.
need you to come in tomorrow and just go splat into the microphone for 6 hours.
I love that on the Croc wiki, they have
Wiki.
Fantastic.
they have a thing where you can like look. There's like on the page for Croc, there's a section where it has all of his like quotes, and they're all like hup, he hup, kersplat, yazoo,
We definitely
youch,
needed those listed.
wah, blue, and her.
Blue?
Shh. You're ruining my Stefan
Now
soundboard.
look for the secret jigsaw.
My Stefan Croc soundboard.
Order pizza in Stefan's voice.
Yeah, he just gets regular bacon instead of Canadian bacon.
That's how they know it's not him.
What is Canadian bacon?
It's just ham.
Oh. Why is it called Canadian bacon for?
'Cause you
Why
get
are
it
they
in-
called
don't
French
know.
fries? They're not French. I don't know, Gareth.
Well, if you're a true patriot, Steven, you call them freedom fries. You commie bastard.
What about future fries? Any of y'all ever heard of that?
Future fries?
No, we're
Yeah.
still living in the past, son. We ain't got none of that future crap.
They're just crinkle cut fries, but in Sweden they call them future fries.
Oh.
It's great.
That
This,
says a lot about Sweden about what they consider futuristic.
Yeah, this level is just a.
this is
just a
definitely
maze.
a level.
Oh, it's so messed up. Look how scary it is.
Get fucked, Stefan.
It's very dark.
So, you guys go outside recently?
I have to go outside today for work. Does that count?
I mean, if it doesn't, then
guess.
neither have I.
Did the world end? You missed
I
one.
just went outside
Missed two.
a few hours ago.
Stefan, see, this is what happened. You ruined Croc for me, and I don't care.
Stefan,
How-
can you just run across that, or do you have to jump?
Maybe I don't think you can because the way the platforms close, yeah, they close like inwards, so it wouldn't work.
Yeah,
I think the first couple you could, but after that,
I didn't want to risk it. I'm like, I'll just jump.
Definitely seems like they want you to
This
jump.
is spookies.
oh my god, I'm so scared.
It's like Croc's all alone in the darkness. This is silent. Look, see, people are shooting at it. Satan's
trying to-
shooting at him.
Satan.
I'm trying to get inside the mind of the developer who made this. Like, okay, that was the final boss. Now just put a tunnel in there and put the puzzle piece. I
Make a
don't
big
fucking
hole
know.
in the ground.
Because
put a
you have
fucking
to get the
tunnel.
final special. You have to get the final puzzle piece.
Yeah, just
But I
put a-
don't want to get the sacred teeth. Oh, backpack. One puzzle piece.
Oh,
we just
here
see
we
him
go.
put the whole puzzle together for
Two
like an
oh,
hour.
are we seriously gonna Jesus fucking
Please. Aw, okay, it's a small one.
He's trying his best. There, see?
He is. His fucking fingers are better defined than Sonic's are in that one shot in SA1. he had like actual finger definition.
Like, oddly realistic
Oh.
hand just appears and just puts the puzzle pieces in
This
place.
is a human hand.
Yeah, like, oddly
painted
realistic, but it's
green.
all green. It's like Croc does some, like, weird art film.
It's
I
Metal
just wanted
Sonic.
to play my.
Croc just resurrected the villain.
I just wanted to play.
And
my
he steals all the
puzzle.
gobos again. You have to play through the whole
Oh,
game.
those
Oh,
were all
fuck.
the Horcruxes.
It's
Ah.
Mecha Nasty Dork.
Now,
Joshua
MBM, I
Rothbard.
want you to say my joke wasn't funny 20 times in a row while we beatbox to it.
I'm not Biwa, shut up.
Get fucked.